What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Marie Fredriksson, and we're going to listen to the final tune on her 1987 album Efter Stormen, though shout out to Jeebus, there are 3 additional tracks in the folder. But yes, the final song apparently, according to Google Translate, means I burned your picture, which sounds very dramatic. It sounds like emotional catharsis mixed with a bit of revenge or at least dismissive attitude. The epilogue of a story between 2 people now separated or perhaps at odds, or at the very least no longer connected. So yeah, I will in the moment not be able to get a sense of what's happening, but the title, if translated correctly, certainly gives me a sense of the emotional character of the tune. Let's give it a listen. This is Marie Fredriksson. It's the final tune on her Efter Stormen album, and according to Google Translate, it means I burned your picture.
Jag brände din bild med saknad som bränsle, och lågan var blå som min sorg. Jag tömde mitt glas på den bittraste droppen och tog dina brev ur min korg. Jag såg dina ögon förtäras av eld, ögon som tänt mig en gång. Allt som blev kvar var aska och sot, och en väg som känns ödslig och lång. Jag slängde din jacka, den hängde i hallen. Du glömde den kvar där med flit. Jag tömde mitt liv på allt som var ditt, och ändå så kommer du hit.
what a tune. What an album closer. That's a really great song, excuse me, to end a record on. And sonically, it had some different flavors, meaning most notably it felt like a jazz ballad, which, there's a couple other tracks on the album already which had a bit of that mellow, down-tempo jazz flavor. So I enjoy the cohesion of the album sonically, sort of bookended in that way. But this was, as I said, very notably a bit of a jazz ballad, but it also had some soul to it, especially her vocals, and even more narrowly, her seemingly non-lyrical vocals. There were some vocals where they just sounded like melodic flourishing in a sort of, how do I express it? Like like she was just feeling the emotion and just vocalizing the sentiment, and then doing some like single syllable flourishes too. Indeed, by the end there was a moment where she sort of took that to another level, and it almost reminded me of the like na 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 nas from The Look. Like it just had a bit of that sound just for a moment. But yeah, there also was like a chamber music feel to it, but like there was some plucked pizzicato strings, I want to say. Also the rolling and emotional piano, but also some like forte piano chords, and then that like, I think it was a muted trumpet, maybe. That was, at first it was like, oh, is that a sax? But then I thought, no, I think it's like a muted trumpet. So there was some sonic flavors that all kind of came together well. It even sounded a bit like a soundtrack song, the type of song you'd see like in a movie or in a like, emotional reflection montage in some sort of visual entertainment. So yeah, again, it had some different sub-stylings that seemed to blend and mix really well. Even if you asked me for a short description, I would say, again, jazz ballad most immediately. Her vocals fantastic, not only expressive and lyrical at times, seemingly without even, singing actual lyrics, but she went bigger in a couple moments. It was more tender and soft in a couple moments. There was even a bit of rasp in like one or two of the lines or the words. So yeah, a very dynamic vocal performance, and just, she has that special vocal sound that, comes through, I suppose, in most songs she sings, but it really hit here. And I enjoy this one as an album closer. So definitely a memorable tune, one of my favorites on the album, in an album full of tracks that were really striking and remarkable. So yes, definitely looking forward to the 3 remaining tunes in the folder. Let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you for the next one. Peace.